we go, causing a ruckus. Let's do some, what we got in it? Ooh, little pop filter. Guess what I had today arrive? My damn creatine. I have been off creatine for another month, basically. I started the loading phase, was like, yep, sweet, starting to feel full again, starting to get those, the classic feels from creatine. Oh, here we are, we've got a scoop. I guess we're doing another loading phase. Yeah, so I am actually intending to do another loading phase. Basically, I ordered it off Amazon, right? I thought, Amazon usually in the UK, pretty fast turnaround. You usually get it on time when they say that they're going to deliver it. They will deliver it. And no, apparently not. Apparently they don't give two flying kookaburras in Australia about delivery time from Amazon. This has been the third or fourth thing that I've ordered from Amazon, which has been incredibly late. So yeah, I mean like first world problems really, isn't it? Creatine, there's worse things to run out of, right? But I'm glad that we've got it back. And also, I bought this off Amazon. This was probably also another reason why it was late. Pharmaceutical grade creatine. You just buy it in a big bag and it turns out it's actually a lot cheaper than all the other brands. Black belt protein. Not chalky. That's when you know you've got decent protein, decent creatine. I thought it'd be a whole lot chalkier because it was quite cheap. Usually, the best way to tell like the quality of the creatine is how quickly it dissolves in the water and how well it digests. I always find that creatine monohydrate can be a bit hit and miss with certain companies. Certain companies, like, they won't, some of them do like certain filtering, they'll like process it in a slightly different way, and that can leave a bit more of a chalky flavour or texture. Anyway, so we're getting stuck into the next smoothie. The creatine is in here, there's a little bit of leftover residue of creatine in there, but the main process within this live is going to be creating another smoothie. This is the morning routine. I've become a creature of habit, and this shall be the routine for a while. So get used to me coming on here and doing some smoothie lives. Unfortunately, most of the time it's probably going to be at a bit of an inconvenient time in your world, because most of my followers, interactions, all that kind of stuff comes from the UK. And yeah, it can be hit and miss, but it's all good. It saves as a video and then it goes up so you can catch it anytime. The joys of technology. I'm doing a scoop and a half. That was probably closer to 2 scoops, but gains. Today I'm not going to be training very much because I got a deep tissue at 1 o'clock. And I usually, there's no chance I can train after a deep tissue. And it's not really a very good idea to train after a deep tissue, to be honest. So your body needs some recovery. So it's just going to be a little bit of arms, maybe a little bit of abs before we do the deep tissue today. One thing I've recently started doing, which I think also quite helps, is quite helpful for pumps, is having electrolytes in your intra. In fact, let's do that now. I've always been a little bit skeptical of these electrolyte capsules. Yeah, well, we've got sodium chloride, potassium, sodium bicarbonate, a little bit of glucose, and citric acid. It's basically, you probably get exactly the same benefit from just with some salt, but hey, beggars was going to say beggars can't be choosers, but that's definitely more expensive than buying salt. But it gives it a nice flavour, and it also has a little bit more potassium in it than just regular salt would have, so that's probably why it helps with the additional pumpage. And yeah, so I'm still trying to gain weight, so even on rest days, which is kind of, today's almost a rest day because it's just a little bit of arms and abs, and deep tissue, I'm still trying to push the food quite high, even from carbohydrates. Quite often before in the past, when I've been gaming or in any phase really, I drop my carbohydrates down a little bit on rest days and take my fats up a little bit higher. More so, it just encourages me to eat different foods as well. Like, I love smoked salmon, I love it. With a bit of gravel on the outside, a bit of dill in there, splendid. So that's always a nice little addition to a rest day, and like I said, it helps you to mix up your foods, which I don't think enough people do nowadays. Oh, peanut butter, I haven't put my peanut butter in. A lot of the time you get into like the routine of eating the same shit over and over and over. Nothing necessarily wrong with it, but you probably would have a little bit more benefits from eating a spectrum of different foods, a variety of different foods, rather than just eating the same shiitake mushrooms over and over again. Probably not the best. A little bit of honey. This has just become a bit of like a habitual smoothie, like most things in my life. Creature of habit. Smoothie makeup. I'm pretty tidy. I tidied most things up. But yesterday my housemate had a little bit of a dig because I left the cable out, extension cable, and I was like on the like verge of saying something. I was like, look, I'm probably going to be one of the best housemates you have. Let's not cause an argument over pointless shit. Like, it was just a cable, and I put it behind the sofa so it wasn't in the way. But anyway, it's first world problems, I guess. Here we go. The reason I say I'm probably going to be the best housemate is I make quite an effort. I make quite an effort for, to get to know that person, spend a bit of time with that person. Like, she's 53, I could very easily just continue to go about my life, my world, and not really spend any time with her, not talk to her, but we've gone out on trips together, done food shops together, go kayaking together, all that kind of stuff. So I do my best to try and be a good housemate. If I cook food, I always offer it to her as well. So yeah, yesterday I was a bit like, come on now, let's not. But Woosa, I always give the benefit of the doubt. I was like, maybe she's just had a bit of a shitty day. We've all been there. Okay, so after I finish this, I'll head to the gym. What the hell are you doing on there? Get off. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be up there. You know you're not supposed to be up there. Oh, there's a cat here as well. Where is she? Usually in this seat here. Oh no. Ah, there he is. You look like you just woken up. Hello, cat. Yeah, so the animals here I've also made good friends with. I take her dog for a walk every morning. The cat I think, loves me quite a bit. Sometimes he doesn't like being bit, but oh, just woken up from a nap. I definitely think he's ready for a cutch. They don't have the word cutch over here in Australia, and this dog gets very jealous whenever I'm holding him. Oh, he's been making some gains. Yeah. He's grown quite a bit since I've been here. I've been here a month. He was a little kitten, feral kitten at the beginning. You wouldn't have thought it now. Scared of every person before. Look at him now, little suck. Oh, if you could see this dog, the envy in the dog's eyes. Oh. Okay. I have to give you a go as well. So tomorrow I've got back traps and biceps, and I'm starting. I say I'm starting. I've been introducing legs into all of my training sessions, but more recently I've tried to make an effort of, instead of having like a full leg day like dedicated to legs, I've included it on other training sessions, because if I do a full leg day, I'm just in a world of pain afterwards. And will you two calm down, please? I'm just in a world of pain afterwards. It's not exactly the worst pain in the world. It's just annoying, and then when I'm trying to get to sleep, it's pretty uncomfortable. It's like restless legs, and I just prefer to be able to get some good night's sleep. I'd love for my knees to be in a good position, to be honest, but can't have everything. I'm hoping one day I'll be comfortable enough to train legs quite freely, and once I get to that point I will start to build some legs back, but at the moment it's just really calves and hamstrings that I'm doing. I can't really do too much quad work. Most of the quad work that I do would be, I guess, a leg extension, and I can't really go to full retraction comfortably. Full lengthen, not retraction. Things like kneeling down, if I kneel down with my hips back, that's a little uncomfortable as well. I've tried to periodically improve things over time. I've done knee over toe guy stuff, which I think actually made it worse, because he trains a lot of things through long range of motion. Periodically builds up to it, but I think I was probably a little too eager at the beginning. Look at these two. A true cat and a dog. Go on, son. Go on, have him. The cat was literally brought up by the dog. Like the cat's probably in their world the son of the dog, because essentially that dog is hilarious. The way in which he jumps through the door. Essentially, the dog kind of tamed the cat, because it was feral at the beginning. Okay, I need to jump back on the computer, finish this, be good, read some books. I'll have to start doing a bit more of a Q&A style thing on here, and improve what I'm actually doing. I'd like to do a live in the gym, but unfortunately it would be off my data, and this area is must be in a dip, because the data that you get just drops in and out all the time. Let's have a little look. Cams. I tell you what, I'll finish this live here because it's not exactly bouncing in here, and I will get on with some more work, and then the next live I do, I'll come up with a bit more of a thing to do rather than just sitting and chatting, because it gets a little monotonous. I get it. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to be nice to people, eat your protein, do your cardio. Love you, bye.